Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The sophomore quarterback fortunate that didn't end in an interception.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The Wolverines looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Hort. And so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Running back grabs it on a screen. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history. It's good that they're leaning on it.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Here's the second down play. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. That pass is caught. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. The 8th play of this opening drive, it's 3rd and short. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Catch hauled in here over the middle. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
And the Wolverines line up with a 1st and goal. First and goal, handoff.
Oh, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Second down and goal now for this offense. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Second down, we're going to throw it. Pressure is coming. Throw to the running back in the flat. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. We come out in the playoff game, Kurt. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Hard running there, breaking tackles. And he's tackled at the 25, the same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it second and medium. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
That run sets up a critical third down play. They go with a direct snap. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it second and medium. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Back in motion now. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. On the run here. Lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Davis. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. On the ground, it's Davis. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
The shotgun running play call. Fights off a defender. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they pick up the first down to the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
3rd down and 3, trying to make it 3 consecutive third down conversions. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
1st and goal, a great chance to answer that opening touchdown. And the back now goes in motion. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Direct snap to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here, getting close to the goal line. Not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Defense bringing out some big fellas trying to stuff the run here. 3rd and goal, looking to throw the ball. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. So with playoff pressure curve, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down after a short gain there. The Wolverines will crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Sampson. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Michigan. Strong game by this quarterback.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. The PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 21, that's good work by the coverage team. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and clean the lead before the break. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And this pass is on target, caught. They're finally able to stop him, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Tight end makes the grab. And the gain just good enough for a first down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. Looking to throw it on first down. Hit as he released it. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw again. Looking to scramble. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And is intercepted. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. The Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Here's a target, and it's complete. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter and set something up downfield.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. They look to throw it here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Punt over the middle. It's Sampson. Tackled at the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
The pre-snap motion from the offense. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Same tailback, another carry. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick this away to begin the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. Pulls it in. It's Davis. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. He's going to hand this off. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Oh, he misfires again, 3 in a row.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Trying for a fourth down completion. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. When they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Quarterback operating an empty set. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Fired into a tight window and picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. At the 20. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows them what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Alabama offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Gets rid of it on the move. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 20. They finally bring him down, but not before he gets all the way inside the 10-yard line.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
Alabama's offense now lining up on first and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. Looking to chuck it again. Running back has it on the screen now. Touchdown, Bama. This quarterback on fire today. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
He went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. It's an out route. The catch made. Breaking free at the 35. You bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
And the wideout goes in motion. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaking free at midfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Off the play fake on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Fine time. Moving to his left. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. From the shotgun, drops back. Looks left and finds his target there. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Michigan. This offense cannot be stopped. Just a brilliant game for this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you got to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
And the extra point goes up and good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. They can't slow him down. And he's tackled at the 30, so a good choice to bring it out of the end zone. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Bringing pressure. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Lets it go on the move, launching deep.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Top spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. And it's intercepted. They read the screen perfectly. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception. And what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. The sure hands. It's Davis. Tackle made at the 24 as they begin to put a drive together.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
He's moving out of the pocket. With the catch, it's Davis. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
We are in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's escaping the pocket now. Throws a bullet to the right. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. Well, touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Now, before the kickoff, a timeout has been taken by the receiving team. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. And that run produces a decent gain.
This is where you really rely on your offensive line. You're late in the game, you got the lead, you got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football, and you got a great chance at a victory.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Running play called on 3rd and short. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Wow, Chris, I don't know. You've got control of this game, and you go for it here? A little bit confusing. Why even allow your opponent any chance of anything? Finish out the win and just punt it away.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Escapes the pocket. Gets into space at the 50. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important, but sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Gets some space around the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
He's going to take off. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. Or it's snapped to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
And it's 1st and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards, and instead, you're going backwards. That's going to
into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast, but I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Well, that's a great performance in the